all started with this tweet from Coach Sapp saying the Huskies better learn gap discipline and fast. Michigan wouldn't throw it. More or less what he's saying is, man, Michigan don't have a reason to throw that football because the Huskies displayed such bad gap discipline. Edwards had 2 touchdowns in the first half, 3 carries for like 93 yards, man, and it was all due to, there was things that I feel like could have been preventable. He feels like could have been preventable, and we're going to break that down in 1 second, man. But before we get started, make sure y'all like the video and comment y'all thoughts down below. Y'all know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told y'all this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, love each and every last one of y'all, man. Also, get your tees and your Breeze when you're rocking with Breeze Tees, man. Check out the site, link down in the description. We got a lot of we got a lot of stuff. We're gonna get that big time shirt going next, man. Like I said, I showed y'all this yesterday. That's number 1. Number 2, I don't think people were feeling that. Number 3 is a lot of people said they feeling 1 and 3. So that's what we're going with. But anyway, go down there, check it out. Like I said, link down in the description with the store. You can do your own custom stuff too. You can stuff for the ladies, all that good stuff. All you got to do, you go down there, order it, and boom, we get it out to you the next same day, next day. However long it takes to get that garment, man. Link down in the description. But back to the lecture at hand, like he said. Then he came with a second tweet saying, this is just shameful D, and I use that D loosely. More or less what he's saying is shameful defense. And this was at 8:21, so this was around the time that Edwards got his second touchdown. And like I said, when you give up to one rusher 93 yards on 3 carries in the first half, that's gonna be shameful D. But I want to go back to what he's talking about here when he's saying the Huskies better learn gap discipline fast. Michigan wouldn't throw it. More or less, like he said, they don't have to throw it. Now, when I'm gonna explain gap discipline and what he's talking about. A lot of times when you watching football, you think on defense, everybody's just, they hike the ball, they see that it's a run, and everybody just takes off and runs toward the ball. That is not what happens, or that's not what's supposed to happen. When you see things like that happen, that's when you see really big plays happen, when everybody just runs toward the ball. In theory, what you should be doing is rushing upfield or just holding your point, holding your gap, holding whatever. And more than being able to tell you guys this, we're gonna show y'all guys this, because that's why I got my trusty dusty pad here, and we're just gonna break it down, man. So boom, here we go. So this is the first Edwards touchdown, and the alignment is just fine, right? So right here you got the center. The center is uncovered. So I'm gonna show you what the offense is gonna do first, and then we'll show you what the defense is gonna do. So right tackle, this is his guy right here. Right guard here, center is uncovered. So he's gonna, whoever looks like they might beat their man first, he's gonna give him a little hand, a little touch, and then he's gonna go to the linebacker here. And then you got a hat on the hat here, and then they're just gonna take the respective guys out here, more or less. What might happen? Really, what should happen is you should see the tackle hit the outside guy, and then he's gonna give him a hand, and then he's gonna go here. This is how they should block this play. I got absolutely no clue. Like we know what ended up happening, but we don't know where it's gonna go. But let's see what actually happened. So on the defensive side of the ball, though, what should happen is, he's gonna maintain outside leverage, and then he might look inside for this gap right here. He's gonna maintain outside. This is his gap outside, and then in here, because there is a gap. This fella, this is his gap. This is his gap. So he's really gonna control the point. Nose tackle, this is gonna be his gap, and then really anything else, like again, this is his gap right here. So he's gonna control whatever's between here, and because the center is gonna be lifting to the linebacker, then all of this is his in here. So this is what he got to take up, and then like we said, the outside linebacker maintaining outside leverage. So let's see what actually happens on this play, and it's gonna look good from the beginning. Boom. So look, everybody, you see exactly what I say. Everybody does what they're supposed to do. Boom. The tackle actually got up to the outside linebacker here. So that was cool. You saw him. These guys, they're blocked. They just went however they could block them, and everybody's holding their gap. You see the center. The center went up to his guy. Right here is where the issue is. This young man right here. This is his gap. For nothing is he supposed to go inside, because you got this guy right here. He's working this way. And you see Edwards running up to the line right here. The fatal mistake right here is this gap is plugged, right? And what I tell y'all, when somebody tries to go for the ball or make the play, That's what happens. This young, like I said, this is taken care of over here. He should maintain that outside leverage, which he is doing. But look what happens at the very last second. At the very last second, this is already accounted for, right? But he goes inside. You're gonna see him kind of dip inside and go toward the ball instead of just maintaining his gap right here. And what happens? He goes inside, tries to get him, and he didn't have to do that because the linebacker's coming downhill. And then you got the other defensive tackle, he's coming inside. So he didn't even have to do that. What he should be doing is maintaining his leverage right here so Edwards got nowhere to go. If they do that, Edwards is running the ball straight here. These two guys are coming down, and he really has nowhere to go unless he's gonna squirt through this hole and get up out of there. I seriously doubt that. But what happens instead? He moves inside. As soon as he moves inside, and you see when he moves inside, the fella's there. He's on him. We're gonna back it up. Okay, go one more time. Good outside leverage right here. Once again, makes him go inside, and then you got two guys waiting inside, right? Boom. But as soon as he gives that up and tries to go for the tackle, what happens? Bounces it outside. If he's still outside here, he cannot do what comes next. And what comes next is he breaks it outside, breaks that run outside, boom. And he's going on to the house. Like that's what happens. That's what Coach Sapp is talking about with gap integrity or what have you. And then you're gonna look at another play, and it's gonna be very much the same exact thing. Same thing here. So again, it's a little bit after the play started. They're gonna double down on him. You got a hat on a hat here. Center's gonna help, and then he's gonna go on to the next level. This is your responsibility. This is your responsibility. He's gonna block him. Boom, and then he's probably gonna block him, or he may go to the next level. So that's what it's gonna look like from an offensive perspective. From a defensive perspective, this is you and contain. This is you. You're gonna hold this in here. You holding the point here. Once again, this is you, and then this is your gap. So these are your gaps right here. This is what everybody's supposed to be accounted for. Watch what happens as soon as they hike the ball and they see where the ball is going. Instead of doing all that great play art that I just said, where this is you crashing down, this is your gap, you're responsible for this inside, boom, boom, this is you, and then everybody else is just gonna fill in if it's a run. Look what happens. Everybody immediately ran to the football. All like what? Except for the guys that are getting, he's getting blocked right here. He may try to come downhill or do something, but he's probably gonna be too late. Instead of holding the gap and holding his point right here, he's holding everything inside. He pushes him into the backfield or what have you. But instead of everybody maintaining that gap discipline, what happens? Everybody ran to the football, and when everybody runs to the football, that's a problem because he's just gonna take off. And he's gone. So boom, look, everybody runs to the football, leaves a huge cutback lane right there. I could run through that. Not gonna lie to you, I'm 50 years old and I could run through that. 45 years old, I could run through that. But like we said, if you maintain your gap outside, and then here, like again, he's supposed to crash down or what have you. So if they're taking care of that gap, this cannot happen. Is more or less what I'm saying. But look what happened. Everybody went to the football, and boom. Again, it was just the easiest move, cuts it outside, and he's going to the house. And that's what Coach Sapp is talking about when he's talking about gap discipline. I know that's a very high, there's going to be somebody in the comment section. He wasn't supposed to have that gap. He's supposed to be what? Listen, bro, you hit and pursue, or you hit and try to control the man and try to close the gaps or what have you. But the whole point is the gap integrity is what it was right there. Gap integrity, gap discipline, whatever you want to call it. Coach Sapp called. He said Huskies better learn gap discipline fast, which means whether or not the ball is coming towards you, you hold your gap, and if you are going to get upfield, you get upfield in a very specific way in your gap. You don't get upfield and then just everybody go after the ball. You go after the ball in your line. It's just like you stay in your lane, more or less, is what we say. It's just like on kickoffs or whatever. The kickoffs, when people get big kick returns, why you think it's always when the guy drops the ball? Because when the guy drops the ball, everybody runs toward the ball instead of maintaining their lanes. and staying in their lanes and making sure that he can't get outside or what have you. So it's just like a fence almost. You take a couple of fence posts down or a couple of fence posts, they cross each other, and then that's what's gonna happen. But anyway, hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying, man. I just like breaking down footage. So I found the footage, I broke it down, and we did it like that, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Coach Sapp was absolutely right. And it did get better as the game went on. They gave up a lot fewer yards, but after the first half, I think they gave up like 200 yards in the first half rushing. Corum had like 11 carries for 101 yards. Edwards had 3 carries for 93 yards. In the second half, they gave up about 100 yards or so, just 100 yards. So much better in the second half. They did get it together. I don't got any video of that, but I just wanted to show y'all those first 2 plays that he was talking about. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you new, and I will holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.
Godspeed.